So, PUMs and PUPs. What are they? Well, let's go over one at a time, shall we? PUMs, also known as potentially unwanted modifications, is an unwanted change made to your computer's settings. These unwanted modifications can be completed by both legitimate programs and malware. Obviously, changes made by malware are more likely to cause very serious problems for your computer. PUMs usually change settings on a system-wide level. For example, on Windows, the PUM will update the Windows registry, and on macOS, a PUM may change the system preferences. A very common PUM is when the default program used to open a file type is changed. This is very annoying, but it can be easily fixed and won't mess up your system at all. Now you might be wondering, how can I avoid PUMs? And the answer is quite simple, really. All you gotta do is avoid downloading / installing any program and browser extension that you aren't familiar with, especially if they're from unknown / suspicious websites, and only download software from safe websites. And while installing a program, make sure you are paying complete attention to all the instructions and everything presented to you by the download manager. Avoid downloading apps from torrents and peer-to-peer clients. Be mindful of the links you are clicking on the web. And lastly, do not open email attachments received from unknown senders. Now on to PUPs. PUPs, also known as potentially unwanted programs, are programs / software that users would deem unwanted, even if they consented to installing it. Most of the time, PUPs are bundled in with free software, which usually comes in the form of a download prompt when installing a legitimate program. So users that aren't paying attention might accidentally agree to install something unwanted and potentially dangerous. Now, what do PUPs do once they're installed on your PC? They can do the following: over-advertise to the user, collect user information, reduce system resources, and obscure the process of uninstallation, which are all annoying and bad in their own ways, especially the last one because the program just makes itself a huge headache to remove. Now lastly, what are the types of PUPs? Adware, browser hijackers / malware, spyware, and keyloggers are all types of PUPs. Now there are multiple ways to avoid PUPs entirely, and they're pretty simple. You just got to take a few extra steps. First, you can read the end user license agreement, but if you're lazy like me, there are other options. These other options are download software from trusted websites, choose the custom installation instead of the standard default installation, or implement anti-malware, which will automatically detect and remove unwanted software. I hope you learned something new in this video. If not, you must have a big head, a big brain. Oops.